In this issue of Computer Music, we've interviewed Dave Porter, who's the composer for Breaking Bad. Now, he's well known for using elements of acoustic, electronic, and found sounds in his track, and we're going to make a little track doing the same kind of thing. So we're going to start with some found sounds. We've been to the CM kitchen and we've recorded a few different sounds, taps on a saucepan and a plastic pot with a wooden spoon. These sounds can be found on the CM DVD as Breaking Bad 1. So we want to chop out the individual taps so that we can play with them in MIDI. We could do this manually and cut and paste, but it's much easier in Logic with the Convert to New Sampler Track function. So we just right click and choose that. It detects the transients automatically and will set up a new EXS24 instrument, starting by playing on C2. The original track will be muted, and then we've got a playable instrument. So we play in a rhythm sequence of 16th notes, and we also use a scraping sound that we've recorded from the saucepan at the end here to finish the sequence off. Let's make these 16th taps a little more interesting and give them a kind of root pitch. We'll add the M Harmonizer CM plugin from the CM Studio. And we'll set this to harmonizer mode, choose 3 octaves full, and set to E minor. It's a subtle difference, but it does add a little level of pitchiness there. So let's now add a signature sound from Breaking Bad. This is an instrument called a dobra. It's kind of like a guitar with steel strings. We don't have one at the office here, so we're going to have to use one from a cinematic effects library. In this case, we're going to use VIR2's Q library, which is loaded up in Kontakt 5. Of course, you could use any kind of cinematic effect that you like, or even play in some acoustic guitar yourself. The stylistic phrases here are perfect, and there's a selection of dobros. There are built-in effects within VIR-Q, so we're just going to turn those off because we'll add some effects in later on. The only other thing we need to add is some low end because it's not really sounding weighty enough yet. We'll do this quick and simply with a preset from Zebra CM, which is on the CM Studio. Just load that up on a new track. And we'll choose the preset Deep Roots. So we'll play a couple of low E's there and see how that sounds all together. So this has a lot of the instrumentation that Dave Porter uses, but he uses lots of plugins to kind of tie the sound together. So we're going to do that as well on the main master channel. Firstly, we'll use a bit crusher. Downsampling set to 2 and resolution to 16-bit. 3 for the drive is fine. We'll also add a stereo delay. Logic's inbuilt one is fine. And lastly, a reverb from the CM Studio. Reverberate CM with the basic hall preset.